Hey, this is Emily from WP Fusion, and in this video we're going to talk about a plugin called Block Visibility and how it works alongside WP Fusion to control display of WordPress blocks based on tags inside of your CRM. In this tutorial, I'm using Pipedrive as my CRM. So I have a few tags created in Pipedrive for a sample online course website, and that's what I'll be using in this tutorial. But whatever your tags are, we can display and hide blocks based on those. So diving in for this tutorial, there's two ways to do block visibility inside of WordPress with WP Fusion. The first way is very simple. It comes in WP Fusion out of the box in both the light and paid version. What this option is a block that's called WP Fusion. You could find it on the left-hand side if you do a search for WP Fusion. It's just called the WP Fusion block. And what this does is it allows us to put blocks inside of this one, and then we can set features so that this block will only be available if certain conditions are met. For example, on the right side of the page, we can say that you must have purchased the course, that's one of the tags in my CRM, in order to view the content within this block. And so that's how the WP Fusion block will work. And if the conditions are not met, it won't allow us to see that block. So you can play around with that one. You can work with multiple tags, potentially being required to view a block. But if you want a more complex example of what it looks like to have block visibility control with WP Fusion, we're going to have to use this plugin called Block Visibility. Don't worry, it's a free plugin and it integrates with WP Fusion out of the box very easily. I've installed and activated this plugin from the WordPress repository, and the integration is already done. And what this does when I'm editing something in WordPress that uses the block editor, maybe it's a paragraph block, or an image block, a group, whatever it might be. Over on the right-hand side, we'll have this option for visibility. If I click on the plus here, or at least if I expand my section here, we can say integrations WP Fusion. And so we can say that you are required not to have these tags in order to view this block, and you might see that these settings on the right-hand side are grayed out. That's because we also need to select user role. Because if a user is not logged into our website, they're simply viewing a blog post, viewing a page as someone who's logged out, we don't know what tags in our CRM they necessarily have. So we want to select if the user is logged in, and then here we see these fields are now highlighted and we can work with these. So you can say, you must have this tag in order to view this block. And so this would function very similar to our previous example, but we can also add more conditions with the block visibility plugin. For example, there's a lot of controls here. You could say if you have a certain cookie, we're going to show you the block. We can say if it's a certain date or time, we're going to show you the block. If we're working on maybe a sale for our website, there's a sale going on and it's only happening during a limited window, the date and time block would be very useful for us. So we can set up a schedule when this block will be visible. We could also say based on location that you're viewing our site from, this block will be visible. So you have to have purchased the course and you have to be viewing from a certain location. That might just be kind of an example with what I'm putting together here. We could also say if the user has certain metadata or a bunch of other options. If they've visited us from a certain URL, they have certain visibility presets. You can play around with all of the potential options and you can mix and match these. So you can say if you're in a certain location at a certain date and time and you have a certain tag, this will be available to you. A lot of complex logic is available with block visibility alongside WP Fusion. But these are just two ways that you can restrict blocks in WordPress based on tags. You can say that you must have all of these tags if you were to use this field in order to view the block, or the first one says you must have any of the tags to view the block. So if I have 3 tags here, you either have to have opted in for the lead magnet or purchased the course in order to see the block, or I could say you must have done both. You must have looked at the lead magnet and purchased the course, and then maybe I'll change the messaging on the website. That might be a way that we could use this feature with all versus any. And then we can also say not. If I say lead magnet download, so if I say you must not have downloaded the lead magnet, then I'll show you the block. That might be if someone enrolled in my course, purchased the course, or is visiting my website and they didn't download the lead magnet, I might promote it to them. This is all within the context of an online course example, but let us know in the comments below what you are using WP Fusion and what you're considering using block visibility for, and we can give you more detailed information about how this might apply to you. But yeah, tags, you can set them up no matter how you want to, give them to people when they opt in for an email, to be on your email list, or when they purchase a product, or just manually are added to your CRM. A lot of different ways to use tags, and they all work with WP Fusion. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want to see more content like this and further documentation on this tutorial, check out our website, wpfusion.com. You'll find all kinds of resources in addition to what we have on our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.